Alright, game theory. Bow before him. A Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 theory. Let's get it. So, I've been watching game theory, and I'm also have been actively playing Poppy Playtime, and I'm a bit of a theorist myself, so I'm interested to see what he thinks about the new trailer, which this is going to be based off of, I assume. Let's see what he's got to say about it.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that's full of hot air. It's that time again, folks. Mob Games has come out of its hibernation
they have.
And given us what we've all been clamoring
Trailer
for
looks
for
so
over
good.
a year now. The long-awaited Chapter 3
trailer.
Second trailer.
Yeah,
are you
the
kidding?
trailer.
Come on, don't get me wrong. I love brightening images frame by frame.
It's got to come out by now, yeah.
We're about to brighten something. Oh.
They have been working on Project
But it's
Playtime
been,
though, so
what, 15 months since
it's been a
Chapter
while.
2? I feel like I need to get my Poppy fixed.
And I played it late. I played Chapter 2 late myself.
That said, if this trailer
And
is
it still
anything
feels
to go
like
by,
it's been
this
ages.
Chapter is going to be incredible.
Yeah,
Immediately
looks
things feel
really
different here,
good.
and it's clear they're leaning
Really
hard
good.
on the horror.
Yeah,
This
I love it.
very clearly reads of like, hey, this is so starkly different from anything else in this
Yeah.
franchise.
Right.
Very clearly
Well,
reads as, hey, we sold a movie.
One of
If the
developers
theories
was
are
even
be
asked about this in
to,
the
if
official
there's a
Poppy
bit to
Playtime
believe, this is gonna
Discord
go
server,
really
he said,
dark.
quote, it'll still have the same feel as the first two in a lot of respects, but the
But the
horror
horror's
is
definitely dialed up.
Which,
Damn.
of course, got everyone real
Hell
excited.
yeah.
From the creepy
You love to hear
images of
it.
dead kids to the literal writing on the wall, this trailer is like a toy box exploding with
Yo.
clues about what this
Super, like,
chapter's about.
religious
And I think
speak,
that
too.
I figured it all out months before its release.
Let's see what you got, Matt.
Not only will we have tortured kids and sinister poppy gas, but we're
Yeah.
now being shown more about the monsters they became and the creepy religion they've created.
Yeah,
a religion
the
full of
religion,
sacrifices,
like,
rituals, and a leader
it's
who's
weird.
manipulating his congregation into serving him. So
I love,
strap
like,
on
the
your
whole
grab
religious,
packs and
like,
hold your breath, loyal
the speak,
theorists.
though,
We're heading
it's
deep
super
into the
creepy.
cloudy red fog
Hell
of
yeah.
Playcare.
Let's
The
see what you got,
theme
Matt.
for this chapter is the use of red gas.
Yeah,
so
the
let's
poppy
start there.
gas.
In a past theory, I suspected that this gas was made from poppies, a
Yeah.
red flower that we know Playtime used in their experiments.
Yeah,
trying
this
to
is. I
turn
feel like
dead
this is
rats
definitely
back to
right. I feel like
life.
he hit the
Also in
nail
the name
with
of the
this
game,
one.
So, not that big of a logical leap.
Yeah.
I also pointed out that poppies have been used throughout history as a sleep
A
agent,
narcotic,
mainly
yeah.
due to the natural opium that's contained in the plant. And
Yup.
that is exactly what we see in the trailer. On
Yeah,
the
so
walls of
some
the
sort of, like,
Playcare, we find
owl
a
that
drawing
puts the
shows
kids to
clouds
sleep.
of red gas with the phrase "Time
Oh,
for
yeah,
bed"
that's
written
true.
on
There is the red
This
gas on
is the
note. I didn't
last
notice
thing
that.
a child sees before falling asleep under
Yeah.
the influence of the gas. Which then leads us to the question, who's our new monster responsible for delivering it? We see some crude child drawings on the wall of a purple
I
creature
think
with red
people think
clouds
it's gonna be an
around it, and
owl.
text all associated with either sleep or nightmares. This then seems to be our gas monster.
Yeah.
Sometimes the purple figure is shaped like a bird, other times it's got super long limbs, and sometimes it's just a purple scribble. This has gotten many
I
people
feel
on
like
the
it's
internet
an
to think
owl.
that he's a shapeshifter. I disagree. I suspect
Yeah,
that this
I
is
don't
just the
know about
result of
that.
sleepy kids not having a clear vision of what
That's a good
is
thought,
as they
actually.
pass out.
That's actually a very good
Fortunately,
thought.
we get to see a bit more of this creature. By pausing the trailer on one of the
Yeah,
final
he
frames,
has-
brightening
it looks
the
like
image and then
talons.
color balancing it a bit, we see that it's got itself a purple paw with 4 sharp claws.
Yeah, but
That,
talons are
coupled with the
usually
shape of
3
the
fingers,
nose and
though.
eye sockets that we see during the final jump scare, as well as the presence of a muzzle right here, reads to me like
Think
an
it's Candy
old
Cat?
cartoon cat, almost like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland. Now, that
I know the
at
two
first
theories
might seem
are
weird.
an
This
owl or a
franchise
cat.
already has itself
That's like the
other
two
cats in the
theories.
form of Cat B and Candy Cat.
Yeah,
So
sure.
why are they triple
Yeah.
dipping? Can't they come up with something new? I suspect that it's because a cat that lures kids to their final sleep is actually a common superstitious belief. One phrase that
Is
you
it?
sometimes hear tossed around is that cats will steal a baby's breath. For centuries, there have been these urban legends
Really?
circulated about cats sneaking into cradles at night, causing children to suffocate and die. It's unclear where that whole urban legend started,
That's a
probably the
bit-
story of just one parent and where it happened to them,
Yeah.
but it's thought that the smell of the milk on baby's breath, or the crib being a nice warm place to cuddle, or the cat being jealous, some combination of those things get them to climb into bed, lay across the baby, and deprive them of oxygen. There was even a coroner back in 1791 that came to examine a
Sucks.
deceased child and actually stated this urban legend was indeed the cause of death, which only gave more support to the
Damn.
superstition. And that, I suspect, is what our Chapter 3 cat
think that's what
monster
they're
is
pulling
doing.
from.
After a fun day at the game station under the watchful eye of Mommy Longlegs,
Yo,
this
we
guy
had to
would
play
come in to
care.
quote-unquote help the children fall asleep.
Yep, after a
stealing
busy
the
day.
breath of children by replacing their air with his poppy sleeping gas.
God,
Considering that
so
we've been seeing more
bad.
and more images of gas masks, this is also something that we're
Hey, it's
likely going
Dave's
to have
mask.
to use to protect ourselves.
those
Otherwise,
who
we
know my
might begin
gaming
to
channel.
hallucinate and have to distinguish between what's real and what isn't. Just like
Oh
the kids'
yeah,
drawings on the
some like
wall would
weird
suggest.
stuff going
So
on.
what
Some
is
FNAF
this
3
gas
phantoms.
cat? Or I suppose if you're following the conventions of the naming system for this game, it would be Gassy Catty. Not the most sinister of names.
What
So
toy?
what is Gassy Catty up to now? Well, the writing is quite literally on the wall.
Seems like he's the
It's
prophet.
been busy carving phrases like "I live to serve our angel of
Yeah,
salvation."
he's like the
"I
prophet
rejoice
of the
in him,"
religion.
Wrapped us in garlands on the walls. Garlands, by the way, are wreaths of flowers
Yep.
that are often used for Catholic baptisms. So you might start to see where all this is going.
So are these stage lights?
They look like candles to me.
Are they? Oh yeah,
think they're
like
candles.
ritual candles. Again, a lot of religious imagery here.
Gassy
Yeah,
Caddy
very
is no longer
religious.
taking on the role of a monster, but instead that of a religious leader.
Yeah,
This idea is
the
also
prophet, or
exemplified by
like
another carving that we see
the
on the
bishop
wall,
hat
my
as you put on there.
somniferous flock. This
Yeah.
isn't referring to a group of birds, it's being used in the Christian sense.
The religious
One of the many
followers,
roles
yeah.
that Jesus is associated with in Christianity is that of a shepherd, one
Shepherd
who
for
tends
the
to,
flock.
feeds, and cares for his flock. The sheep in this scenario
i.e.
are his followers,
the
people
followers
that
of the
rely
religion,
on and
yeah.
follow Jesus in their day-to-day
And Jesus
lives.
is the
Meanwhile,
prophet,
the word somniferous
and then
stands
this
out for a
creature
few
is the
reasons,
prophet of
mainly
whatever
because
this religion
I've never
is.
heard anyone ever use that word in a sentence before. Turns out that in the years since
Yeah, I
this
don't know what that
factory
means,
closed,
honestly.
Gassie's been studying up for his SAT.
Yeah, somniferous, that's some big words there.
Because let me tell you, I am right there with you. I too am a nerd for words.
Somniferous would be what?
You know what that means?
Yeah.
Because some
Sleepy.
Sleep.
Turns out
Okay,
was
I
actually
did not know
half right
that.
in my assessment there. According to Google, it's not just being sleepy, but having
Induced sleep.
induced upon you.
Yeah,
so our
it's
Gassy
sleep
Caddy is
induced.
talking
Okay.
about his flock of sleepy kids, the orphans in the
Oh
play
my
care that he's putting to sleep. But the play
Okay,
care has been
okay.
abandoned for years. There aren't kids there anymore that can serve as his sleepy flock, right? Wrong. The whole point of the play care
The
and
toys?
Puppy Gas was to help convert them into toys. But rather
The
than
toys
them all
are his
being
flock.
giant toys like Huggy Wuggy, I suspect a lot of these kids turned out much smaller.
Like the
When
normal
team and I were
toys that
playing
they
through
sold.
Project Playtime's newest update, we
Yup.
noticed this poster.
What does this say? Take every
Every step.
take every step like it's your last.
Oh, and that heading to
Okay.
Playcat.
Yeah, and it's a bunch of random characters, so these are kids, not like toys.
A poster with
Yeah,
3
yeah.
new plush toys walking towards the play care. Now, at the time, I just thought that these
Ooh.
toys were there to represent the children walking to the play care, trying to make things
Maybe
seem
trying to
wholesome
teach
and
the kids or
child-friendly.
something?
But now, I don't think that these were representations at all. I've already mentioned the sad-looking images of the children on the walls of the
Yeah,
play care. But did
it
you
looks
notice
miserable.
the remains of characters next to their faces on the edges of the frame? These are the same characters. The
I didn't
dog and
notice
the
that.
unicorn. There's also a new character there that wasn't on the poster, a green
Is it
bunny.
Bunzo?
And if you look at a later drawing from one of the children in the trailer, we see a plush with floppy green ears and the words, "My new friend." This kid became his friend, the
okay.
green bunny. And I suspect that the other children all had similar fates, becoming the very mascots of Play Care.
Dude,
This
hold on.
is
I just gotta point out, just real quick. Hold on. This note right here, just like mommy and daddy before they left me, that is such a sad note. Oh my god, when I saw that in the trailer. Shit, man. Whew, that was
the sleepy
sad.
flock that Gassy is talking about. A group of converted children that are lost
Yeah.
and scared.
Not
and
necessarily
see
only the
him as
children,
their
but also
only
the toys
savior.
they turned
But then
into are
who
his
is
flock.
this angel of salvation that Gassy Caddy's talking
One
about?
zero
here?
zero six,
well, The
maybe?
last 2 wall scratchings give us that answer pretty explicitly. The original saved me, I rejoice in him, and never forget the hour of joy. In our last theory, we suspected the hour
Must
of joy
be
was the moment that the toys
Elliot
revolted
Ludwig.
and reclaimed the factory. In one of the analog horror tapes released
most
on
likely
the Mob
Elliot
Games
Ludwig
YouTube channel,
slash
we see
prototype
the hour of joy is at
1006.
hand, written on one of the walls right
Yeah.
before we hear screams of the factory workers. Screams that match
Kissy
the ones
Missy's
we
adorable.
hear on the scientist's VHS tape from Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Still missing.
Yeah, and you theorized in the past 1006 was behind that too.
His absence was a flaw in the scientific process.
It's the prototype, 1006, the one we
100%.
believe was created from the man who wanted to bring joy to children,
Elliot.
Elliot Ludwig. He was the first successful toy from the Bigger Bodies initiative. He was the original
But
that
it was
led to the
forced upon
creation
him
of all
by
the
the
others.
scientist.
And we actually get our
Or
very
the
first look
doctor,
at him in these
rather.
trailers. This massive robotic amalgamation.
You think
of
this is
various
him?
Other toy parts. You got things
I
like
can
a
see
tiny
it.
head near the top, and there, right there's mommy's top half.
Damn. Such a good scene. I could definitely see that being him.
Prototype's working on. This is what Mommy meant by make me a part of it.
Yeah.
My suspicion is that this is what Gassy and his somniferous flock are helping to build. Any cult needs themselves
Makes
a goal,
sense.
something that helps the leader to become more powerful. And gathering parts
I
of
wonder
dead
what the-
toys,
what
maybe
the
even
whole
killing other
end
toys
goal is,
themselves
though.
in
What's
order
he
to
building
build a
himself
monstrous
up for?
body. Yeah, that one seems
Yeah,
to
maybe
fit
it's
the
just
bill.
for a
And if
monstrous
any of them
body,
die along the
power.
way, well,
I
then
don't
it's just
see-
martyrs for
I
the
don't see
cause.
Ludwig
An opening
doing
shot
that,
of
though.
Huggy's headless body. There's actually a dog plushie similar
Ludwig
to the
has a
dog that
goal
we've seen
here.
in the posters, also missing a head.
My might
If you
just want
die or
power
fall victim in your
to
mission,
destroy
don't die in
Playtime
vain.
Co.
You get the privilege of becoming part,
being part
of the
of-
Savior. But did you notice
of
something
the-
missing in
the
this
god, the
1006
angel above.
amalgamation? His spindly arm and long, thin fingers that we see from the end of chapter
Maybe it's a
2.
part of
that
this
critical
detached?
missing piece in this silhouette makes me think that this isn't his body, or at least I don't think it's his body yet. Notice
Maybe
how
he's
still the
building it
silhouette
up
is.
to
Well,
merge
that could
with it,
certainly be
maybe.
there for dramatic effect. I actually think it's because this body is a work in progress.
Yeah.
The candles around the play care give
Makes
off
sense,
a
makes
ritualistic
sense.
vibe, and that, combined with the missing iconic arm, makes me think that maybe 1006 Gassy and his flock are gathering these materials
Yeah.
to build him the perfect
Building
body,
up
and that they
his
still need to
body,
put his soul
and he's
into
still-
that
yeah,
body.
he's
And
still
so
out
chapter
going
3 is
around
gonna
getting
be about
parts
us
himself.
stopping the somniferous flock from
Yeah.
finishing the job, so that
I can see
maybe
that. I
finally
can
he
definitely see
be
that.
A hero in
Nice
this
bloody
game.
cleaver you got there.
Maybe, but I don't think so. You see, thus far,
I
we've
s-
been
yeah,
nothing
we're
but
most
the
likely the
villain.
bad
It's been well
guy,
established
yeah.
At this point that we used to work here, and not only did we work here, we were
We were a higher
instrumental
up.
in the creation of some of these toys.
Yeah,
We wonder who we are.
we were a higher up that was definitely behind a lot of
But
the
why?
stuff going on, and
You should know.
bad stuff
It was
happened in
your doing
Playtime
that made
Co.
us-
So
Oh, we said that!
They left Mommy to die alone.
so good.
Mommy didn't deserve
That
but you worked here. So if anyone
deserves to die alone. It's you.
And now,
Yes.
look at what we've done since coming back to the factory. We've killed both Huggy Wuggy and Mommy Longlegs.
I don't know if
Two
Huggy's
toys
dead yet.
That were made from kids. It's not a great track
Yeah.
record for our player character.
Having
right?
anything to
Currently,
do with
there's
this
a
company
Poppy
that makes
Playtime
decisions is
in
not a good
Chapter
look.
3. And while there isn't enough information yet to fully solve it, there are aspects that have been discovered
Mm-hmm.
that shine a light on the children involved in the play care scheme. One of the discoveries was this
we
incident
got?
report
Claire
about one of the
Harper.
orphans in play care, Marie Payne. Now, if the name Marie
Alright.
Payne sounds familiar, well, it's because we found a transfer request in Chapter 2 about her. In that request, we were told that she was the
Alright.
child that would go on to become Mommy Longlegs. Now, why do
Oh.
I bring that up? Well, if you remember, Mommy was fine with the orphans because she
Yeah.
never wanted them to feel alone like she
She had no
did.
issue
She
with
was
them.
protective of the kids. No, the only people that Mommy Longlegs lashed out at were the
Are
staff.
the employees, the
people
staff,
who
yeah.
tortured her and transformed her into a
'Cause,
giant
yeah, she's
neon
on the
pink
side of the
toy.
kids,
She
right?
knew what they were going to be doing to these kids because it had all been done
She
to
wanted
her
to stop
first.
it.
She was trying to be a protector, a comfort. We also know that she doesn't trust the prototype or any of his
Yeah,
religious
that's also
rhetoric.
another point. Yeah, she seemed very against his religious thing. He
This
doesn't
is
want to be part of
especially
him.
important if the prototype is indeed Elliot Ludwig, founder of Playtime, the man who started
Yeah.
the whole toy conversion process in the
Seems
first
that not
place. She
everything-
doesn't buy his liberation to toy shtick
Yeah.
one bit. She knows that he's once again trying to use the people around him for his own selfish gains. In fact, a group of toys building a big body using the parts of other living creatures, it's the Bigger Bodies Initiative all over again, but this time for the prototype. All of these clues together make me curious about what our motivations are
Yeah.
for being here. Are we actually here to help, or are we just cleaning up the mess of evidence that we left
I don't
behind?
know,
Are
it's
we on the side of
possible.
the orphans, unwillingly turned into monsters, or are we going to end up siding with Elliot all over again, a man who created a nightmare for so many? Early signs aren't exactly promising. We stripped Mommy of her freedom and independence only to feed her to the prototype. So, what do you think is going to happen next with these kids from play care? Seems like there's
Well,
no
still the
route where we don't
question,
walk away with
is
some blood on our
Elliot
hands. Though,
doing
something
it
tells
for an
me
evil
that's something
purpose?
Our player character is more than familiar with. But hey, that's just
Yeah.
a theory. A game
All right.
theory. Thanks for watching.
Game
If you're enjoying
theory.
theories about brightly colored mascots, I highly recommend you check out our coverage of Welcome Home. If
Welcome
you like
Home
Poppy, you are
and,
gonna love this
Friendly
mystery
Neighborhood.
ARG
Friendly Neighborhood was
website.
good.
Or maybe you're in the mood for a horror game that isn't about dead kids being turned into monsters. Sounds impossible, but if you check out our theory on My Friendly
They're just
Neighborhood, you
sentient
might be pleasantly
puppets.
surprised. As always, my friends, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next week.
See you, Matt. Alrighty, let me go ahead and wrap this up. So, solid theory. Honestly, he pretty much pulled from the same things as I was saying, but honestly, here's the thing. I could see it being a cat. I know the two big theories for the next villain is a cat and an owl. Yeah, the fact that it has 4 claws definitely leads it toward it being a cat, because an owl, talons usually only have 3. Again, I'm not some bird biologist. I don't know if there's ones with 4, but I usually, when I think of a bird, I think of them having 3 claws on their talons. So yeah, pretty solid theory. Pretty much MatPay agrees with pretty much everything I thought when I went into this. I still don't know if I think Elliot Ludwig is like necessarily the bad guy. I definitely think the religious stuff is like very weird. Like, it could be that is not something he himself did, and it is more that this like sleepy time creature just leaned really into, even if Elliot was not really into that, he went the religious angle. It's kind of hard to say until the third chapter comes out. So yeah, pretty good theory. Again, I agree with it. Falls very much along with what I was thinking myself. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next episode of whatever I make. Have a good day, guys.